Subscribers, I am going to be going on a cruise here fairly soon. Instead of getting the cruise Wi-Fi plan, I thought I'd try GigSky, which connects via wireless. It is a data-only plan. I haven't done it before, so I don't know how well it works. I've seen some videos, other videos out there that talk about it. So this will be my honest experience. My daughter is getting the Wi-Fi package while we're on our cruise. So I'll be able to maybe compare a little bit. And if this doesn't work, then we still have her plan that she'll be able to communicate with people if we needed to for some emergency. Anyway, the reason why I'm doing it today instead of the date of the cruise is because they currently have a promotion on that ends today. So I've signed up for a GigSky account. You do need to sign up for an account. And there's other bonuses. So like I did see there's a Visa card bonus, which I think it gives you 1 gig of data over a 15-day time period. So if you were traveling, you didn't know if you wanted to use it, you could try it out. They also have the free plan, which is shown right here, the 500 megabytes, which you could like try before you go or something like that, wherever you may be. It works in various countries. The countries are listed. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And I'm going on an MSC cruise, which I'll probably do a video about there. And you saw the Dominican, which is one of the stops that we're going on. I'll probably use my regular cell phone plan for that. I have T-Mobile, and that works. We're going to go on the Grandiosa here. So that's the cruise, and it's in the Caribbean. And what I am going to do is go ahead and get the 10 gig plan. It's not much less than the Wi-Fi plan, but there is a method behind my madness here. There, as far as I'm aware, and definitely read the terms and conditions yourself, but as far as I'm aware, I could create a hotspot with my phone and allow my wife to use the Wi-Fi to connect to my phone, and she could then use my data plan if she needed to. So 10 gig should be overkill for what I need, but it should be enough that, I'm not going to be struggling here at the end of the day while I'm on the cruise and say, oh no, I can't play my Pokemon Go, which is mostly what I'm going to use it for, to continue my daily catch videos and streaks and what have you. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up my daily tasks too, because they're all end on a Friday, every single one of them. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click buy plan, and you can see it applies the discount, and I need a new eSIM device. And there we go. And I guess I earned some type of credit. So we'll go ahead and go to the next page. And you can pay with whatever method you want. I'm going to go ahead and do PayPal here, I think. So I'm going to pause the video for a second while I transact that. Oh, well, it just has it paying using PayPal, so I'd unpause it fairly quickly here. It may go into this, and if it does, then I'll just cut that portion out. All right, so there I've created it. I'm not going to install it now, so I won't do that now. I will do that before my cruise. All right, subscribers, so it is the day of the cruise, so I'm going to install the eSIM before we leave this hotel, and I'm going to install it on this device, and it's an Android phone. And I'm installing now. And this is my S23 Ultra. And I guess I will do this manual installation. I'm not sure how to do a QR code. And so we'll see about this. All right. All right, there we go. And so it tells me what to do, so I'll do that. So I'm going to scan the QR code. I'm going to enter the activation code.
Dude, no one in the right mind could eat that much sushi.
And then I'm going to figure out how to do this. Alright, so I have my activation code. I'm going to paste it in there. And it's checking the SIM. And there we go. So I'm going to add it. And it may take a few minutes. Alright, it's at 97%. Let's see how long it takes to get to 100. There we go. And for right now, I'm going to turn off that SIM. Looks like we're all set up. Again, it's just you go into the SIM manager here. And again, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to show just because I don't want to dox myself. Subscriber, so I'm testing the Wi-Fi, or not the Wi-Fi, the GigSky now to see how it goes. And so you can see I'm connected to 4G. I'm connected to GigSky, huge ping, and I mean not great speeds, but probably good enough for playing Pokemon Go. So we'll try it out. Of course, not going to get any spawns here, but I should get my grunt balloon. So we'll try that here in a second. And that's our speeds. So 3.65 down, 0.86 up. Not great. Ads are loading fine, so I guess that's a good sign. And so here we go, we're loading the game. We'll see if it loads. If it doesn't load, that's a bad sign. If it loads, hey, that's a great sign. So looks like it loaded. As you can see, I'm out in the ocean. Oh, and my Pikachu was very happy. Oh, I hatched another egg. I've walked back and forth across this boat like 1 trillion times, it seems like, in this first day. So we'll see what we got going on here. We'll incubate another egg, because we'll definitely hatch that. And yeah, nothing's out here. But we'll see if we get a grunt balloon to come up. We're in the middle of that event. We're going fairly quick, it seems like, so I may not. Oh, there it came. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this. because of the speed the boat's going, or the ship's going. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And as you can imagine, I did spend some stops and stuff and we did a raid while we were in port still. But for the most part, I'm not going to be playing. I just wanted it in case, and actually, I may go out and sit on my balcony and do some storage management, because I definitely need to delete some Pokemon here. But it seems like things are just, working fairly well. Look, getting close to finishing that one up, and we'll see if it'll let me catch this. Yep, great. That's awesome. Well, there you go. It works well for Pokemon Go. Alright, so as you can see, we've used like less than 3 gigs of data. So I have 7 gigs left. My wife really didn't use her phone at all, and I used it sporadically, mostly just to do my catch of the day. I did run an incense a few times. It works. I did some video streaming too. I worked for that, at least here in my room, and I'm in room 8031. But, elsewhere in the ship, it was hit or miss. So up on the Lido deck, I could get internet most of the time. If I was trying to hotspot to somebody, because my brother used my internet a couple times, and my sister-in-law did as well. So it's kind of hit and miss. But there, it would cut out down in the main dining room for me in this ship. On the Grandiosa, it didn't really work at all, full stop. And it is lower in the ship. There's a lot of metal around, a lot of mirrors around. So, it didn't work at all there. But like I said, here in the room, elsewhere in the ship, that I could get it to work sometimes, and sometimes it wouldn't. So, moral of the story, I would say, if you just need to make sure that you have connection, I would use the ship Wi-Fi personally. It was something that you really wanted. The speeds were decent there for my daughter, and she was using it constantly, like the whole time, 24/7. And I ran a speed test on her phone. Came out pretty good. A lot better than I expected. So hold on, let me show you a speed test here. Alright, so you can see I'm connected to GigSky on my phone. That's what it's telling me. So it's connecting. And we'll see what it comes up with. So it's decent for some web browsing, email, horrible ping, horrible latency, and I guess tolerable jitter. Upstream, not so great. but I wasn't gonna be uploading videos on the ship anyway, so that worked out just fine. And then let's go back over to the GigSky. So again, I don't want to totally waste my money, so I guess I already did, but I'll go ahead and use this to maybe download some stuff that could be watched on the drive back. We drove down to Florida, and we're porting in Port Canaveral, so I'll download some things once we get into port, when the the cellular towers for this sim should be better. And yeah, I would, even with sharing it for really light use, like we had, 5 gig should be more than enough. I actually did kind of push it to try and use as much as we could while we were on the ship. But there's so many things to do and see, both like here and in port. If you were using it for import, you don't really need internet if you're on a real vacation, in my opinion. Again, my daughter, she would say otherwise. She needs to have it for her peace of mind, and we respect that. That's why she got the internet package on the cruise, and I didn't, and my wife didn't. So I think that's it for this one. GigSky, getting the lower plan's probably the best buy. You get a better price per gig, I'm pretty sure. Don't have the other video here in front of me, but you probably get a better price if you buy more. I bought too much, so assess your needs and buy accordingly. You should probably be fine, especially if you're on vacation. Hope you're all having a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever. Bye.